so they did not see her to give her the court order for her to do the DNA. No! You were just in stage 1 of getting court order. The thing is in stages, so that you did not meet Wumi at home. It's not even compulsory she collects it or not. It is either she comes to the court or she sends her lawyer, or none of them even comes. But it is resting on the judge there to ask you, to give them reasons to justify your claim that you need a DNA. The investigation, has the investigation asked you for a DNA? Are you using it as a homicide? Is there a motive? Has a motive been established in the homicide case? No. Then what do you need it for? Is it a criminal case? Have you sued me? These processes, the judge is not going to ask them. If you cannot, fine. But in this case, let us now tell you what Wumi, in Wumi's words tonight.
This is the particular area where I want you all to listen well. What Wumi said in a word to our spokesfool, the most confused human being on earth.
In Wumi's words tonight, she said she's going to help them to get that court order. Not helping pay our own lawyer. No. That court order, if you bring it the next day.
I want you to see how this man they go against himself.
That she's in fact, in that court order, if you tell her 20 hospitals, just as Sister Befe said, if you tell her 20 hospitals, she be sample the feba.
I want to ask concerning the stages it has to do with this DNA. There are some
ready to do that.
Yes.
She now said the only.
Yes. I want you to come and educate us here now. Please do.
There's no court order, no DNA. Because Baba came out tonight and in his words, we saw him saying, so Wumi wa sọ fún yín pé kí lọ get order kí tó mọ̀ bóyá ọmọ mi ni Liam. This means that Baba is trying to tell the public that stick to our words of no DNA, no court order, no DNA. By saying this, she said, 1. Baba came out to say that I was sleeping around. In other words, I'm like a prostitute and I usually lace my husband's food, especially Indomie, with drug.
Look at that point. Baba say, I sleep around. In other words, I'm a prostitute. And I usually lace my husband's food, most especially Indomie, with different kind of sleeping drugs. Let me see what she says to debunk that, to tell us that Baba is lying.
He did not say this in a family meeting or in his house, accusing me of that, but he came outside to the public.
She said Baba did not tell her this one for house or in a family meeting. That Baba Mohbad came out to the public to talk about that. You understand? Now, what is our response? Baba don't come out, Baba don't talk out. And we don't hear, even before Baba come out talk out, we don't hear say you dey fuck around. That one, we know say you be prostitute. Even Mohbad testify to the fact that you are a prostitute. Yes. Mohbad testify to the fact that you are a prostitute. That one no be something where they talk for corner. You know the hide face talk that one. See why you be Olosho. Mohbad even talk and say you be Olosho. You be slay mama. So we know that one no be news. No be news. The news wey dey there be say you lace your husband, you sedate that boy, and you went to fuck in another room under the same roof. That is the news wey dey there. You sedate that boy and you went to fuck another man. You understand? Under that same roof. I just want people to see how foolish, how dumb, how daft this boy wey dey call Dawa, how daft he is, how senseless he is. Listen.
She now linked it to reason number 2. She said, do you know how many widows have been subjected to such accusations?
Now, she's giving the reason why she's not going to do the DNA without court order. She said Baba says she dey sleep around, that she sedate her husband with different kind of drug to go and sleep with another man in Malian's house and all that. That is number 1. Why she, because Baba did not tell her at the corner, but in the public. That is number 1. The reason why she is not going to do the DNA without court order. That is reason number 1. For you not to know how stupid this girl and Dawa with the advisor, with the teacher what to say, how stupid both of them are. Dawa no get sense to advise Wumi. Say the only way for you to win this Baba now to just go do DNA without any stress, not even wait for court order. Call this man, comot Mohbad Liam give am. Call your own personal doctor, your representative, may you follow them. Give them the sample, may they follow, may your representative dey there, may they do the thing the way they supposed to do am, so that they will bring out the right result. So that the right result will come out. You understand? Now, this is what I want to know. If at all, she is ready to do that DNA, Dawa is supposed to advise this girl, do this DNA without court order, not even wait. Yomi Fabiyi has broken all the taking on Wumi's refusal to do DNA. I haven't seen that. MLH, I'm yet to see that. Now, if this Dawa wey chicken dey chop gets enough sense, you don't have any reason to advise this girl to be saying all this nonsense. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. This is beautiful nonsense. Nothing but nonsense. Now, reason number 2, why she's not going to do the DNA without court order. Because many widows has been subjected to this kind of situation, that they are the one that killed their husband.
Please, I want you to listen to her words carefully. She said, do you know how many widows have been accused of such? And for the past 7 months, she has been sticking to her own that if there's no court order, there will be no DNA. Why would it be after 7 months? She's now going to succumb to pressure. Widows looking at our own story, what would they then do? When their family holds them by the throat and accuse them of their husband's death. That's no. That's how much is DNA test that she won't be able to do. If she goes to DNA centers in Lagos, within 2 or 3 days the results will be out. If she posts it online, would people not say it was falsified? Would people not even say that she had gone to bribe the DNA center? Or in fact, she collected the letterhead of the DNA center and constructed her own DNA results? She said no, she's not going to do that. That if she needs to do that, that is for her own personal use. But the same way they dragged her publicly is the same way she wants that DNA to be conducted. That all widows looking at her story would not fall under any pressure from any member of the family. This is what she said with her own words. That no widow looking at her own story would fall under pressure. That she at 7 months tóun ti sọ pé tí ò bá sí kọ́tọ̀ dà kò ní sí DNA kankan. Ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí bàbá wa sọ lálẹ́ yìí nítorí wọ́n sọ pé kinní kan bá sọ̀rọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tẹ́ bá ti mú court order yẹn wá tẹ́ bá mú alẹ́ nì tẹ́ wá sọ́nu court order yẹn pé 20 hospitals lẹ ti fẹ́ ká ṣe pé ṣe fẹ́ gba itọ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbẹ ìkànnà ẹ fẹ́ gba ẹran liam léwọn tó pọ̀ tẹ́ máa fi ṣe DNA a máa pín lọ sí gbogbo DNA center tẹ́ bá fẹ́. Gbogbo ẹ wò ó ṣọ́ bàjẹ́ fún wọn ni ó ṣọ́ bàjẹ́ pé àwọn dàmọ̀ pé ẹ fẹ́ ṣe kínní ilẹ̀ fi lọ káàkiri. For the past 5 months, I'm saying her words so for the past 5 months application nìkan lẹ ti ṣe. Application lẹ ti ṣe. Pé ṣèbẹ́ mọ bí tí lọ́ọ̀yà mi wà ẹ ṣe fún lọ́ọ̀yà mi pé kínní ṣèbí lọ́ọ̀yà lẹ fi request DNA tẹ́lẹ̀. That did you come to my house to request for a DNA? No. You went through Falana chamber. So let the lawyers be sharing the application letter. Let them be sharing the court order between themselves. They don't matter if you court order by the day she sees it. Won't come and wagoni. She time she wa come belly am lo si gbogbo hospital teso. DNA is a must. Yes, it's a must. But that court order must come first.
Now, why I bring this out is this. I just want people to see the reason why this girl remains in danger. I want people to see the reason why this girl remains in danger. Let's leave the law aspect out of all this saga. If our class happens to be in Baba Mohbad's shoe, and he wants to be sure, say in Pikin we die, whether na the woman wey in Pikin we die marry, that baby whether it belongs to am or not, if he's not sure of the paternity, won't he request for that DNA? The court order is ready. The court order has been taken to Wumi's house severally. While she will sit at the room there, instructing people to tell anybody that came to see her that she's not around. That is how she has been doing. And now, a spokesperson is coming out to say the court order has not been taken to her. Why is this girl giving herself unnecessary problem? And these people around her, the only reason why they don't want her to do this thing case to die down. The only reason why they don't want this case to go down is because they are gaining from CY. The payroll where all of them did, they don't want me end. They don't just want make it end. That's now why they try. The likes of Sita, everything that they call that big for nothing woman. That one, where they use Mama Mubad collect money from public. Give Mama token, give Wumi token. Use the rest, the flex. Shena, that one go want make the case end. Okay. I think I have a special guest. I don't invite my special guest. And I'm not going to bring any other person up. JJ, I cite you. JJ, I cite you. JJ, I cite you. JJ, I cite you.
Miss Arifa, how you doing? Long time.
Sakiki. Awawa.
Chewa, how is everything over?
Everything is doing well with us. What about you and your people? Hope you are all good.
Anyway, I'm okay.
Okay. I'm happy I saw you at the comment section that you comment. I saw you when you come in, but immediately I saw your comments. I know you are interested in saying one or two things. That is why I literally invited you up.
Because for a very long time, at least more than a month, I decided to stay away from anything that has with Mobad case. Months now. Until today, that I was trying to do some certain things to people, court order and all this. You just said the court order was ready and the court order was sent to Wumi, and Wumi, she's not where to be found. But according to what Baba Mobad said, he said the document that was sent to Wumi is not the court order. So I don't know where this information is coming from. Who is giving us wrong information? Is it our host or Mobad father? Because I just want to know, for me, this DNA issue, I think before I decided to stay away from this Mobad justice and all this, I could easily listen to me when she said she's ready for this DNA test, which Iris confirmed to us that, okay, Wumi, she's ready and she's already paid 3 million naira for this DNA to commence and all this. But at the end of the day, she said they were trying to look for Baba Mobad to come and sign some documents, and Baba Mobad is nowhere to be found then. So now I'm confusing. I don't know who is giving us wrong information, and this is my significant reason that prompts me to stay away from this case, because we could not get right information. Because anyone that have a reputation and you believe Nigerians love you and you want people to continue to respect you in your own field, whatever you want to present to your people, you will know either day or night what you say should be true to your people. You don't need to mislead your people or tell them what they want. At times you need to tell your people the real truth, either they want to take it or not. After you tell them the truth, they might decide to leave your platform, but as time goes on, they will surely understand you and come back to you. So now, who is deceiving us here now? Because Baba said the paper that was sent to me is not court order. Because before anybody can acquire what they call court order, definitely court is going to say it, to listen to you the reason why you want the court order. Court cannot just give you a letter that go. It's not Affidavit now. What are they calling it? Because to me, we are not illiterate though. Some of us have PhD, some have BS. So we just need to tell each other the truth. Who is misleading us here? Who is lying to us?
Sakiki, I'm happy. I think I have my special guest as well. I've been waiting for her for a while. First of all, you said the likes of Lady Iris talks with Wumi, if I may get you right, and Wumi said she's ready for the DNA.
She said it on the UPJC platform. That Wumi,
I'm trying to figure out a point. that she said, you said Wumi, you had Wumi saying she's ready for the DNA. Yes. And Lady Harris came to Bukky's Jesse's platform to say they have prepared the court order, right? Waiting for Baba to come and sign. Is that not?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to ask you this simple question. If Lady Harris, that is nowhere related to Baba Mohbad, that is just a concerned citizen concerning this particular issue, you understand, could file an application and being granted a court order, waiting for Baba Mohbad to sign the court order so they can take the court order to Wumi. So it will be as if Baba Mohbad has authorized the court order. You understand? If that is 100% possible, how much more, without any court sitting, Lady Harris did not sit before any judge or magistrate before our own court order has been granted, waiting for Baba to just sign the paper. You understand? If that is 100% possible, how much more Baba Mohbad, that is the main key in this whole issue, how much more Baba Mohbad signing the paper, getting the paper without any court sitting or interrogation? What can you say to those two different people? Who is the right person to get that court order? Is it Lady Harris without court sitting or Baba Mohbad without court sitting?
Arifa, to my own understanding, I believe Baba is in the right position. But I don't think there is any condition that is going to back it up for anybody to acquire the court order without court sitting. To me, either is Baba or Harris. Before court is going to grant you any order, definitely they have to deliberate on it. They have to know the significant reason you want that court order. That is to me. But as at yesterday, Baba told us that what was sent to Wumi is not court order. But I don't know. That is why I asked you. And you just told us, you Arifa, you just said it that okay, court order was sent to Wumi. That is what I just want to was that who is misleading us? You see, Baba,
if I am to correct you, and I want to hold you by your word, you said, and in your word, boldly, you believe the fact that Lady Harris has gotten the court order, which Baba Mohbad refused to sign as at then. Yes or no?
I just asked a question. Now, who is misleading us? Is it Baba, Harris, or you? That's what
I am going to play that Baba Mohbad conversation with Bukky Jesse yesterday. I am going to play it to your hearing. I want to see where Baba stated that they have not getting the court order.
I'm not talking about court order. What was sent to me?
What are you now saying? Are you confused?
What was sent to me is not court order. That is what I say. I don't know if Baba get court order or not. And it has not yet.
If Baba Mohbad did not get court order, wait. If Baba Mohbad did not get court order, then what do you think Baba will send to Wumi? Would Baba just pick paper and write a note and send to Wumi?
But Baba said his application that is not court order. So I don't know what the type of application Baba said.
And that is why I said I will play Baba's voice to your hearing. So I want to hear. Maybe I did not hear right. It is always possible I might not hear right. I want to hear where Baba Mohbad literally said it is not court order or court application. You understand?
Yeah.
Aha. So if you don't mind,
ṣe ó lè pọn dandan láti ṣe èmi béèrè gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà béèrè social media ò kí ń parọ́ náà bá rí wọn ní wọn ní lórí. So kí ọmọdé wa tó nínú pé òun ò ní ṣe mọ́ kó kọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ sọ gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà pé orúkọ ọmọ yìí kò jẹ́ alọ́ba ó lè yọwọ́ ẹ̀ pé ó kí o alọ́ba kọ́ ló ń bí fún ṣépò ó lè má ṣe pẹ̀lú pé òun ò ní ṣe sọ́kà lágbára ju ìjọba lọ á tó fara ẹ̀. So gbogbo tí mo gbọ́ níta yìí ó
nǹkan tí bàbá sọ nìyẹn. Ibo ni bàbá ti sọ pé kò kí ń ṣe court order. Báwọn làwọn kọ̀wé kan ṣá àbí court kan send ìwé kan ṣá sí. That is what I want to know. I think maybe I have Mr. Gorexi's voice also. Let me check if I have his voice here. I don't know. If I have his voice. No. Because of you, Sakiki, I will go to JC's blog to let you see. So, I think it is 1 hour, 26 minutes. Why do Sakiki drop? Video. Sakiki, why you drop? Sakiki ma drop now. Bàbá mi, olórí ẹbí ni sẹ́.
Mo send sí ẹ, òun ni bóyá fídíò yẹn ló ń sọ ìkejì. Mo send ẹ sí ẹ.
Okay, ẹ jẹ́ kí n wò. Sakiki, come back you. I don't know why small thing go dey pursue people like this. Where in the wrong go? Mama A2, please unmute ma.
Okay, good evening everyone. So I listened to the conversations earlier, so I wanted to just sort of like communicate accordingly because I think there's a communication gap. So first of all, there are 3 types of originating applications in a court. There's a writ of summons, there's originating motion, and originating summons. In this particular circumstance, when you're seeking for a court order, you come by way of originating motion. It's not a writ of summons. A writ of summons is an application that is brought to the court when you are going to, the matter is very contentious that the issues can only be resolved when parties give evidence at trial. So the narrative of writ of summon is wrong. There is no writ of summon. It's an originating motion. So when an originating motion is filed before any court, so now in this circumstance it's a magistrate court, and after fees have been paid and everything, then the file or the suit will be given a suit number, and well, that takes a while though, but I mean eventually you get a suit number. It's after you get a suit number, then it will be assigned to the sheriff section. The sheriff are the officers of the court that serve people processes, you know. So when that happens, you go to the sheriff, the documents go to the sheriff section. The document will be tagged service copy. That's the one that will be served on the defendant or the respondent, depending on the circumstance. So, sorry, I just go back from work. I'm a bit tired. So, when you get a sheriff, normally sheriffs are assigned to different case files in court. When the sheriff is given that document, he now proceeds to go and serve. He's mobilized and he goes to the address, because the address will be on the motion paper. You understand? It's already going to be at the bottom for service on XYZ, the address, and probably sometimes the phone number is given so that there'll be like a pointer, because most estates in that Lekki area, you need a passcode to go in. So sometimes you need to call the respondent, to say, okay, I'm an officer of the court, I want to serve something on you, and all that. So yeah. So in this case where Wumi has evaded service or has not been served personally, because there's no way, when you are filing a new process, an originating process, you can't serve the lawyers of the person, because the person has a fundamental human right to have as many lawyers as possible. You can't preempt that person would retain his or her former lawyers. So that is why the law requires that you must serve the person personally. Personal service must be done when, sorry about that. Personal service must be done when you just file a new process. So on the issue of serving Wumi's former lawyers or our lawyers, it cannot work. Our lawyers cannot be served. The law requires that she must be served originating processes personally. It is a law. Now, after service has failed, this personal service has failed, any circumstance where the respondent is not available, she's not at the address, she refuses to open the door, depending on the circumstance, there are different reasons why people don't receive service. It's up to them. The rules of courts provides for substituted service. So the parties who are filed will go back to court. So the parties who are filed, the parties who are filed will now go back to court. Remember, the matter would have been adjourned on a particular day. So you have to go on that day that is adjourned. You now report to the court, Your Honor, we try to serve the defendant, but the defendant evaded service or is evading service. Because on the affidavit of non-service, the sheriff would have written a reason. Some of them will say the defendant refused to collect it from me, the defendant did not open the door, the defendant was not at home, or I was informed that the defendant has traveled. I mean, there are different things they always come up. So yeah. So when that happens, then on the next adjourned date, you will now prepare a motion ex parte. That motion ex parte is a motion that will carry certain orders, one of which is to serve the defendant by pasting at their last known address. Because there are situations whereby the defendant might relocate and you are not a babalawo now to know the defendant's current address. So the law provides that you can serve on the last known address. That's the last address known to you as the claimant or the applicant in the circumstance. So you can bring an order for pasting. Pasting is that they will paste the originating motion on the wall, on a conspicuous part of the building, probably on the wall, near the gates, so anybody that is coming can see it. Or if a person is not even around, the neighbors can see it and call and say, Elola Baja, there's a court process on your gate, though. I think you need to come and see it, that kind of thing. So, and there are other options. You can serve in the newspaper, you can serve via electronic means, social media, WhatsApp, email. I mean, there are a lot of options available to claimants for substituted service. So I just wanted to, I think there's just a lot of, and I'm really, I feel bad because, it's really not the people's fault. People are anxious, people are so passionate about the whole thing, and they're just hoping for the best. But there's no court order yet, because the court order will only be gotten after parties have been heard and arguments have been taken. So in any event that the respondent or the defendant does not show up in court, but if there is proof before the court that the defendant has been properly served by law, with the options of the substituted service, like I said to you, then of course, the court will have no choice but to proceed to hear the application and give its ruling. So that's basically it. It's not a writ of summons, just to correct the narrative. And it's also not there is no court order yet. It's still pending. They are at the point of serving the respondent. They are trying to serve her. I think personal service has failed, and they can't serve her lawyers. It will not be deemed as proper service if they do that. So they are at the point of, I believe that the motion ex parte has been duly filed and before the court. So by the next adjourned date, this motion will be taken and argued, and the court would grant it. Then the bailiff will go back to the address and paste it on the wall, or served by newspaper, WhatsApp, email, whatever options are on the said motion paper. There are a list of options, like I said. So I believe that answers the question, or clarifies the issue.
Thank you very much, Madam Mama A2. Mama A2, I think you are a barrister, if I may guess right. Am I right?
Yes, I am. I'm a legal practitioner.
Aha. I thought as much. Now they get big grammar, they throw away big. Who get that?
No, I didn't say. Did I say
that
anything that was too ambiguous?
No, you no go understand that. This is what you are used to. You no go understand.
So please, I just want to, sorry to cut you, host. I want to just allay the fears and the insecurities that may have come. I understand that there's been a gap in communication, and I understand that, and that is what has caused so many people to come up with different narratives. Oh, you sign. Baba does not even need to sign any court order. The only thing Baba needs to sign is the affidavit attached to the originating motion. That's all he needs to. It is the magistrate that signs a court order. It's the signature and the stamp of a magistrate that is on a court order. No applicant or no defendant has the power to sign a court order. I think in other jurisdictions and terrains, like the United States of America, rather, in the US, they sign divorce papers, so maybe that's where everybody feels sign. No, the only part or the only document that Baba can sign in this whole process is the affidavit attached, because there's always an affidavit of facts attached to every motion paper, and there will be an accompanying written address. That's the written address that carries the argument, because back in the days when our grandfathers were lawyers, they used to carry big books to court and they will argue for 4 hours. They'll be sweating. We have passed that stage. We are at the stage of front loading. All you have to do is type all your arguments on a piece of paper and you adopt it when you go to court. When you get to court. My lord, I have a written submission attached to my motion paper dated 21st of January 2023, and I pray my lord to adopt same as my final argument in response to the petitioner or respondent, whatever the case may be, just to correct the narratives that the court order is not ready. But the court order will be eventually ready. And I also want us to understand something. I will be very honest, like I've always been every time I speak. The Nigerian judicial system is not as fast as we all think. It's pretty slow. And I know it's not encouraging, because everybody's anxious. Oh, this matter has stayed too long. Why is the court order not ready? I understand, but that's the way it is. We get 6 weeks adjournment, sometimes 8 weeks. 8 weeks is 2 months. You can be before a magistrate in January and get a date in March, because they will tell you that their diaries are full and they cannot accommodate you, because some of them will say they have 4 or 5 trials in a day. So it's kind of very, very technical, but I just wanted to just set the record straight so that we understand how long we have to wait, what we have to look at, and the situation at hand, and so that there will be no dashed hopes thinking that, oh, the court order is going to be served. No, the court order is not out yet. But hopefully, by the next adjourned date, there will be a lot of progress in this matter. And I believe that there will be some kind of communication from the legal team going forward to be able to set the record straight so that there will be no misinformation, because misinformation is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So I think that covers it. I'm very sorry. I have a very bad headache. But I just, wanted to just come up to set things straight.
All right. As a lawyer, I don't think I can ask you some technical question because I don't think you'll be permitted to express yourself the way we express ourselves online. You understand? So I don't know, maybe you're related to the case or you're just kind of listening to the case. You're not related to the case in any way. So I would love to question you concerning this case more than sorry ma, no, don't let me put it that way. Let me say, with the look of things, so far so good, as a legal practitioner, what do you think concerning the right justice in Nigeria? Before I ask little question concerning the picture in my background. Thank you, ma.
Can you rephrase your question? What do I think concerning right justice? Is it in regards to Mohbad or generally? Yeah,
to Mohbad.
Well, I don't want to say that will be prejudicial to the legal team, and prejudicial to the case itself, as a whole, because this is social media, and then but I think that the inquest is where I think, if properly conducted and a report is given, I want to hope that the report would be able to lead the police to a direction where there will be hope for justice. That's all I'll say. I just don't want to say too much.
If I may get you right, ma. If I may get you right, ma.
Yeah.
If I may get you right, ma. You mean the most technical stage on this case so far, and the area where we need to focus more and pay more attention to, so that there won't be any hanky-panky game, is the inquest aspect of this case.
Yeah, in my opinion, because that is where the people who will be found culpable will be recommended. So everything boils down to the coroner's reports. The coroner is going to suggest who she thinks is culpable based on the evidence before her. That's how it works in law. Do you understand? Remember that the court of law is not a place. So who's that? There's noise. The court of law is not a place where emotions and sentiments are actually paid attention to. It's facts and evidence. So I think the energy should be channeled by the legal team towards the coroner. So whatever facts and evidence are available to them, they should use it to the highest, exploit it. And if the magistrate in her wisdom thinks that, okay, this evidence is showing me that XYZ are culpable, and the police should look in that direction, that's the only way that there can really be justice. Because it's not like the Ministry of Justice is going to start picking people to say, I think this person should be prosecuted. Do you understand what I'm saying? Remember that this coroner inquest is a fact-finding stage. So whatever facts are discovered or found, there will be some recommendation to the DPP, to the police, for probably investigation or further investigation, because the investigation as of today is still open at the police station, at the state CID, the homicide department. So if we channel our energy to the coroner, there will be better results, because that's where, if you bring facts and evidence that are relevant and admissible and are important to the case, that can lead the magistrate to reason or to see certain facts, and in her wisdom would think, I think this person should be investigated. I think this area was not covered well in terms of investigation. I think the IPO is contradicting himself. I think witness 2 is not saying the truth. Those are the issues, because it is based on that recommendation that further prosecution will be done. You cannot manufacture defendants. It's based on that. So I hope that answered your question.
Thank you so very much, Mama A2. It answers my question. Like I said earlier, okay, I would love to dig you more because you just complained about ethic, and most especially, if I heard you right, you are somehow connected to this Mohbad case, and as a legal practitioner, you are not allowed to talk much over it on social media. Well, no problem about that. I think I will let you be. If you want to go, I think you are free to. I've gotten a very valid and vital point from you, and that sounds as the area where we need to focus without blinking our eyes is this Coroner inquest. We should make sure there is no hanky-panky game. All the needed people, the suspect should be well interrogated, and all the lawyers should ask the right questions at the inquest, where we can easily pick that there is contradiction here and there. You understand? Yeah. So that is the reason why. Okay.
Once one or two people can corroborate certain facts, there's more weight attached to it. You know, there's so many things, but in totality, that's my opinion, and I also think that going forward there will be some kind of communication, so that I'm very particular about misinformation. So that's the reason why I'm even here, just so that we can just allay our fears and just understand how certain things work. Because I know that a lot of people who are in this movement live in diaspora, and their own justice system is probably more improved. In all honesty, I'm not going to lie, it's more improved, more organized. I understand that, but here we still have some challenges, which I believe that there's still room for improvement. But at this stage that we are, which I think is sluggish, but that's just the sad reality. We're at the stage of service, still trying to serve the legal team, still trying to serve the respondent in this case. They're still trying to serve, still trying to. So that's the state that we are. So let nobody come and say court order has been court order. There's no court order anywhere yet.
Let me now move you away from this part.